We are live at Palm Springs Stadium for Game 2 of this two-game series between the visiting Arroyo Seco Saints and the hosts Palm Springs Power. I'm Jarrett Thompson, with me Tommy Wirtz, as the Palm Springs Power defeated the Seco Saints last night to improve the record to 4-0 while the Saints dropped to 4-1. The Saints will look back to get back in the win column here tonight, Tommy.
That's the plan for this evening, Jarrett. How are we doing today?
Not too bad. Little same as yesterday, weather-wise, a little hot.
Yeah,
a little
it's
sticky.
We know how to feel it now. We know how to handle it. It gets a little bit cooler. The number 110 is a little more intimidating when you're not in it. But once you realize that you were in 118 only a few hours earlier, 110 feels like, a cold front just came through.
Absolutely. That's why we're thankful for these 7:00 time games. They could be day games where we're just baking in the heat.
Yeah, and we're also very thankful for a box in Palm Springs as well. Very thankful for a box.
Yes, we don't always get those. On the mound for the Power today is Eric Roja from Cal State San Bernardino. The junior will look to follow up his teammate Drew Clavena, who went 5 innings yesterday and dominated the Saints. First time did not score 5 runs in a game, and it was their result in their first loss.
Yeah, and Clavena looked very good in the beginning half of his start. He was running through the first part of the order, but the Saints really picked it up after the second part of the order. Unfortunately, a first inning where they gave up 3 runs was ultimately their demise, it seemed to be, in their 4-3 loss. So what we're looking for today and what Coach Milam's looking for today is a fast start right out of the gate for the Saints after losing 3-0, being down the whole game, having to fight back the whole time, and finally chipping away to a tie. It's very hard when you got to do that for the entire game. They want to get out firing right away, and as the visiting team, Milam says that those bats are ready to hit today.
Yep. The lineup for the Saints, Connor Bradshaw back in center field leading things off, followed by Brandon Boning and Jack Burden. John Bo Willis is behind the plate batting cleanup, followed by Ryan McMurray and Josh Cowden, who was 3 for 4 yesterday. He'll DH today. Jonah Sebring, Dennis Dixon, and Justin Torres round out the lineup for the Saints. A lot of new names in the lineup today,
including the guy on the mound today as well. Big lefty coming up in the bottom of the inning, Tristan Garnett, but we'll have to wait till that because now the Saints are batting, everyone. We got Connor Bradshaw to lead us off. Let's see what he can do for the first at-bat of Game 2 of this series.
Bradshaw was 0 for 4 last night. Had 2 strikeouts, hit into a double play, but flew out to the warning track, just missing his first home run.
Yeah, second night in a row for Bradshaw in the leadoff spot. He's going to bunt right now.
Rojo gets on the backhand, off balance, throws a good one, and he gets Bradshaw for a quick first out.
Yeah, I like the creativity to start it up. Unfortunately, the bunt wasn't executed to, I think, where they wanted it to go. They wanted that down the line a little more. Ends up going straight back to Roja. Brandon Boning's going to come up now here in the 2-hole. See if he can get something going.
Infield hits was a common theme yesterday's game. We saw a few bunt hits and a lot of little infield choppers with the speed of both teams beating them out for singles.
Yeah, we seem to bring it up all the time. The speed of the Saints, they utilize it. Justin Torres capitalizing on an infield hit yesterday. He's got to start today. Boning's gotten a couple of them this year as well.
Yeah, Boning came in as a defensive replacement yesterday. He doubled on a ball that Brian Leaf, center fielder for the Power, lost in the skies. That one's fired in there for a strike.
Yeah, and that was a big momentum shift for the Saints in the game right there. Seemed like a routine can of corn pop fly to center field. But there was a insane wind last night, I think, because you could really tell that outfielders were having trouble playing balls.
That one's hit toward left center. Leaf going over. Is he going to get there? Yes, he will, to make the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, Leaf, I guess, he hasn't had much problems with a lot harder fly balls. Instead, likes to run. Looks very athletic there. Good piece of wood there by Boning. Unfortunately, just right at him. A good play made out there by center fielder Brian Leaf.
That'll bring up Jack Burden, who's really been finding himself. We've talked about the Saints switching up their lineup a lot. A lot of names going up and down the order, but Burden's been one of those that's kind of been penciled into that number 3 spot and in right field for the last few games.
Yeah, Burden's honestly been one of the hottest hitters for the Saints the last few games. Got a 2-game hit streak going right now. Actually, 3 games, rather.
That one's high and outside, 1-1.
He's also been a good slump buster for them when they've had some trouble getting on base. He seems like he always finds the way to get the rally started for the Saints.
Burden from UC Berkeley. Looking to show out this summer. The 1-1 pitch is outside for a ball, 2-1.
That was a strike yesterday, Jared.
You know, say new umpire behind the plate. Yesterday, a lot of balls that looked way outside from our point of view. Called striked. He was consistent, though.
He did. He had a pretty big zone, but he stuck with the big zone. So not much you can complain about there.
Burton fouls that off to make it 2-2, and Tilleroja looking for a strikeout. And a quick 1-2-3 inning here in the top half of the first.
Yeah, it'd be nice for the Saints to get a base runner in the first inning. They struggled to start off early hot. And like you said, Jag Burton, definitely a guy who can do it for him.
Like I said, a lot of new names in the lineup for the Saints, the likes of McMurray, Sebring, Dixon, and Torres. Not some of the usual names. 3-2 is high, and it's a walk for Burden.
And a very productive at-bat, getting the full count, drawing the walk out. It's going to bring up big hitter John Bo Willis. Former junior college product, since transferred out to Northwest State. See if he can put a charge into a ball off Tilleroja today.
Willis doing the catching duties for the Saints today. In the cleanup spot, we've mentioned before, this kid likes to rake. He swings hard. And the first pitch is taken outside for a ball.
Yeah, and if he gets a ball in the gap, for sure, with the speed at first base and Jag Burton, he could definitely score on that one.
We'll see if Burton tries to steal second here with 2 outs. The 1-0 from Tilleroja is foul tipped by Willis, and it'll be 1-1.
Willis got the day off yesterday. No at-bats. Stuck with Peyton Lewis and Tanner Lindsley behind the plate.
There goes Burden. Ball taken outside. The throw is going to be way over second base and into center. Good job by Leaf to back up, but Burden with an easy stolen base, and now the Saints have a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs.
Yeah, Torrin Diffie practically throwing that ball to Brian Leaf in center field, allowing Jag Burton just to stay at second base. Usually those are easy 90 feet advancements on those ones. But with Leaf right there to back him up, bails out Diffie.
Yeah, Diffie behind the plate today. Mazzone got the night off. He was catcher last night. Here's the pitch again to Willis. Swung on a miss, and the count's 2-2.
Day off from the field. He's DHing today.
McCaskey, who was DH last night over at first base, and Kirkland has the night off.
Pretty good day yesterday for Kirkland. Got on base a couple times.
Willis stays alive.
Very different lineup for the Saints here today, but don't let that fool you. Plenty of at-bats this summer so far for these guys. Aaron Milam just trying to get some starts in for him now. A lot of pinch hitters the last few nights. Figure let him get a couple more at-bats.
Pitch. And that side, it's another full count. Already a walk in the inning for Tilleroja. Saints looking to strike first.
And a run in the first inning would be a huge success for Tristan Garnett.
And they won't get it here as Willis swings and misses for strike number 3. Tilleroja gets his first strikeout as he retires the side as we'll head to the bottom of the first with no score. No scores. We play the bottom of the first. The Palm Spring Power will come to hit, looking to strike early like they did last night, in which they scored 3 runs. They'll be facing a left-handed pitcher, southpaw, for the Saints. And making his first appearance is Tristan Garnett.
Yeah, and Garnett, an absolute unit on the bump right there. 6'5", 230 pounds. This guy is an intimidating guy to see when he's on the rubber for sure. It's going to be his first start of the summer for the Saints. Just after Sergio Ramirez making his first start last night. Aaron Milam bringing the new guys out to Palm Springs, seeing what they could do. And with the throw down to second, we're just about ready to get started, with the bottom half of the first.
Garnett at 6'6", 235, like you said, a monster from Cal State Dominguez. And he's a guy that, when he's on, he gets a lot of strikeouts. Had 90 strikeouts in 94 innings in his college career.
Yeah, that's right where you want it to be when you're near the top of your rotation.
He'll get Josh Hernandez, the right fielder for the Power first, and he's swinging at the first pitch and fouls it off. Hernandez did not play last night.
Yeah, going to start it off with a little lefty-lefty matchup here.
And Garnett quickly ahead, 0-2.
And that's going to be a key to the bottom of the first right here. Saw a lot of walks, a lot of counts where you fell behind early, and luckily yesterday.
And a good start. I was talking about the strikeout, and there's one right there on 3 pitches.
And that's what we wanted to see. I was going to bring it up. Jack Baird yesterday came in, established a pace, got ahead in the count early a lot on these Palm Spring hitters, and it really changed the tempo after the first inning and gave the Saints a chance to come back into the ballgame.
And then we always talk about the domino effect in the lineup. Or one's hitting, and then they all start hitting. Well, the pitching kind of took over that yesterday. Jack Baird came in, did well. Then Creighton Hansen followed. Dominic Dorado after that. And they all pitched well. Unfortunately, the Saints' bats could not get going. There's a swing and a miss for Ryan Rodriguez. He was a thorn in the side of the Saints last night with 2 hits.
Yeah, and just like hitting can be contagious, so can pitching. And when you're a team like the Saints who likes to sub out a lot of pitchers, got a lot of arms in the bullpen.
Grounded to third. That's going to be Dixon, who can't make the play. It falls to Boney, who makes a play out of it. It was closer than I thought, but Rodriguez did beat it out. And it should be an E5.
Boning very deep back there, almost made a play. That would have been something. That's going to be an E5 on Dixon, like you said there. Getting his first start at third base, probably shaking off some jitters. But he's playing a little bit up close, and if you're going to play that close, it's called the hot corner for a reason.
Yep, one Dixon would want. And now there's a runoff first with 1 out for Jigga McCaskey, the first baseman. He takes ball 1.
And the errors in the first inning are what caused some problems for the Saints for the game last night. And with a new pitcher on the mound like Garnett, you want to make as many plays as you can, especially the easy ones for him.
That one's in there for a strike. Yep, McCaskey, the hitter now, was the one that hit it out to right field, in which Burden could not come up with the play, and the 3-base error resulted in the first 2 runs of the game. Threw over, nice pick by McMurray.
I like the nonchalant throw over there by Garnett.
The Power were very aggressive on the base pass, especially early in the game yesterday. Let's see if they do it today with a lefty. That one's hit to Dixon again. He can't make that play.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row now. Dixon's got to find something and focus in there. Maybe take a step back, play the ball a little different. Just didn't even get in front of that one. You got to try to make a play on that one. And Devin Dixon having a rough start to third base today.
Yeah, that one was hit hard by McCaskey. Probably ruled a hit, but that's one Dixon. He's kind of just jumped out of the way and flung his glove towards it instead of getting in front of it. And Garnett will try to bail his third baseman out. He'll get Justin Mazzone, the DH, with 2 on, 1 out, looking for another ground ball.
Yeah, Mazzone was catching last night. Nice day off in his eyes. He gets to be the DH. Gets to strictly just stand in the box.
Garnett's fastball looks good. That one taken high.
Yeah, Garnett's pitching really well. He's giving up. He should be out of this inning by now if everything went perfectly, to be honest.
And there's still third. Willis has no throw. Great base running there by Rodriguez. timing the move by Garnett, and he takes third.
Yeah, and I don't think Dixon was ready to even cover the base there at third either.
Well, caught all the Saints by surprise, and now there's runners at the corners. A fly ball here from Mazzone, and the Power could have another first inning run. That fastball's blown by him.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do if you're Garnett. Just keep shaking it off, pound the zone, stay effective out there. His fastball looks really good today. He's got a slider as well and a changeup in his arsenal.
Here's the 1-1. It looked like the slider that's in there.
I think they called that one a ball.
He looked the other way.
Move, yeah.
Interesting. Looks like the count's 2-1.
2-1. We don't have a scoreboard to reference either, so we're stuck looking at this ump to get our
that
calls.
one's in there for a strike.
There you go. That one was clear.
Yes. 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
Fastball down the middle. Can't really miss that one.
Here's the 2-2. Looking for a strikeout or a ground ball. And he gets the strikeout. The fastball again.
Well, you sure weren't wrong about Garnett. When he gets in the zone, he likes to strike guys out. The 2 ground balls resulting in base runners, but 2 strikeouts are the 2 outs of the inning.
And that'll bring up Brian Leaf, the center fielder. Batted third in yesterday's game, but struck out 3 times. Moved to 5 here. He swings and misses at the first pitch fastball. So Leaf moved down to 5th in the order.
Yeah, Leaf was batting third yesterday. Struggled a little bit. Reached by a walk, was the first run of the game.
1-1's the count now.
Of course, had that rough play in center field.
That one's grounded to short, hit hard, Boning, nice play, flips it to second, and they'll retire the side. So Garnett does well to work out of trouble. And we have no score heading to the second inning. You're listening to Saints Baseball on the Arroyo Seco Saints Radio Network. Taylor Roja back out there for his second inning of work, as we have no score in the top of inning number 2. McMurray, Cowden, and Sebring due up for the Saints.
Yeah, Jake McMurray showed up a little late to the summer. Oral Roberts product. Pretty effective at getting on base, though. Draws a lot of walks.
First pitch swing, and it's going to get out of play for strike 1. In 2021, he led his team at Oral Roberts in hitting. Batted .343.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, .343. You take that from anyone. 3 homers and 30 RBIs. The 0-1. It's a chopper, and that's going to go foul. He's behind 0-2.
Swinging early, being aggressive. Told you that was part of the Saints' game plan today. Just need to start putting them in play and getting them in the outfield.
McMurray can play first or third, but primarily been the first baseman, switching with Blake Marsh.
It's been a pretty good tandem so far.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll see Marsh today. Pitch hit appearance.
And Milam likes to make those substitutions. And McMurray goes down swinging. Back-to-back Ks dating back to the last inning for To the Roja.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2 foul balls turns into 3 pitches and a strikeout for McMurray. But we're going to bring up the milkman here, Josh Cowden. Had a huge day yesterday. Was our Saints player of the game, even in the loss. 3 for 4. Couple RBIs. 1 RBI, rather. But a very big double in that game.
Cowden was swinging early last night. He swings early today, but that's popped up to second. Johnson under it, just inside the outfield grass, and he makes the catch. And 4 pitches, and Taylor Rose got 2 outs.
Yeah, Saints are swinging away, but you don't want to give Taylor Roja too easy of a couple innings right here. Don't be surprised to see Sebring maybe take a pitch or 2. Bring that pitch count up. A little bit of strategy behind it. Sebring still looking for his first hit of the summer. Just his second start, a couple of pinch hit appearances. See if he can catch fire here.
And this has been a common theme of the Saints. You know, I've talked about it. Seems like the second time through the order against these pitchers is when they start to get going. The first time it takes them a little time to ease into the game and see what they like from these opposing pitchers.
Well, you heard us yesterday. We knew yesterday. We were down 3-0 off the rip, but we had to have some faith in our Saints because we know they like to hit later on in the game.
Jonas Sebring getting the start in left field today. You've seen him at short. That one's inside for ball 2.
Yeah, very patient for Sebring right now.
To the Roja, working quick. Winds and fires. That one's a shot to first, but caught over there by McCaskey. Sebring hit it hard, but right at someone. And the Saints go 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the second. Going to the bottom of the second inning, all tied at 0-0. Jarrett Thompson, Tommy Wirtz in the booth for you. Game number 2 of this 2-game series. The Power took yesterday's game by a score of 4-3. Looking for the quick 2-game sweep over the Arroyo Seco Saints.
Very competitive game yesterday.
Casey Kleiman, the shortstop, will dig in. His twin brother got the start at second base yesterday as he takes a strike, and unfortunately really injures himself on a swing late in that game.
Yeah, non-contact knee injury never looks good.
That's a chopper back towards Garnett. He gloves it. Got to go quickly. Underhand flip to first in time for out number 1.
Good hustle there by Kleinman. Garnett never fazed by it. He's going to bring up number 42, left fielder Mason Velasquez. Out of Norfolk State.
Velasquez did not get the start yesterday. The lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch takes the ball 1-0. Velasquez, the senior, can play first base or corner outfield position. He swings and misses 1-1.
Should be exciting to see not only Velasquez for the first time in this series, but Deshaun Johnson on deck, seeing if he was batting switch hitting yesterday, but batted lefty against the lefties and righties against the righties, but he did bunt. So I wonder if that played in a factor.
Yep, Johnson was in left field last night. Gets a start at second today. As Garnett looking for his third strikeout. And is not going to get it there as that one bounced to the backstop.
No harm, no foul on the wild pitch right there with no one on base. It's the first time he's thrown in a while.
Yep. First appearance today. There's another breeze still going out to right field just like last night.
Yeah, I think how this stadium's positioned, it always finds a way to get a nice breeze in here.
Beautiful off-speed pitch in there for strike three. Catches Velasquez looking.
And Garnett's off to a great start now here. 3 strikeouts in the first 5 batters. And Deshaun Johnson does look like he will indeed bat right-handed. So now we know if he's in the lefty's batter's box, he likes to bunt.
He's bunting. First pitch, taken outside, ball 1. Johnson was over 2 yesterday. That one's fouled back.
Johnson out of Cal State, San Bernardino. A little bit away from that here in Palm Springs.
One of many Cal State Bernardino products for the power. A.J. Barraza, who played shortstop last night from there. And then Eric Tillaroja, the starting pitcher.
Always nice to have some teammates with you in summer ball. Talked about it a little bit yesterday. Always have someone you can gravitate towards. Ask for advice, maybe. Get some help. Give you a little taste of home.
Makes it a little easier adjusting, meeting new teammates to have that one person. That one's fired in a strike. It's 2-2.
But also good to meet some new guys as well. Get some connections around the country, around the state of California. And some of these guys know each other from being opponents already.
2-2. Off-speed pitch. Blooped out to right. Burden running over. We'll have a play in foul territory. He's going to slide just out of his reach. And it'll be a foul ball.
Yeah, and there's that wind again. Just carries the ball towards the right field. Thought Burden was going to have a chance at that one, but he just had to keep running and sliding over there in foul territory, just out of reach.
Garnett looking for his 4th strikeout in 2 innings. And to head this thing to the 3rd inning with no score. Let's see if he goes back to the fastball. 2-2. Yes, he does, and Johnson fouls it off towards the Saints bullpen. Heads up over there.
Yeah, they got a duck to get out of the way over there. That one was fired off the bat. Luckily, no one got hit. But when you're throwing as fast as Garnett is and you're late on it, but you hit the barrel of the bat, that's what happens.
Garnett shakes off a pitch, winds and fires. It's off speed, ground to third. Dixon. He's going to make this play with a strong throw for out number 3. So 2 good innings so far for Garnett. And we have no score going to the 3rd inning. You're listening to Saints Baseball on the Arroyo Seco Saints Radio Network. No score as we play inning number 3, as the Saints will send up their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Starting off with the third baseman, Dennis Dixon.
Yeah, Dixon making up for it, getting a ground out assist at third base to end the inning. Couple of rough plays in the first, but see if you can get it going with the bat. Usually some karma comes your way when you're having some trouble in the field. Hopefully you can fire off with the wood here.
First pitch to Devin Dixon. He's early on it, 0-1.
Yeah, pulled his head out from that one. Like the aggression here, though. Dixon, his first start of the summer.
Dixon came in, had one at bat last night. He struck out swinging.
Yeah, Devin Dixon, part of that Central Arizona powerhouse at the junior college level that we were talking about yesterday. 51-9 record.
Early on that one, it's 1-2. Yep, teammate catcher Hayden Seldom-Ridge, who we saw last night.
Yeah, Dixon puts up pretty good numbers over there. 333 average, 5 homers.
He hits that one towards left, tailing foul. And they'll do it again with a 1-2 count.
That was a pretty good charge into that ball to left. 350 to the corners and left and right. 400 to center. Need to have a strong hack to hit it out there. Little different setup than Jackie Robinson Field.
This the more usual setup, with dead center being the deepest part of the ballpark.
Yeah, it is unusual for left field to be the deepest part of the park, but back home in Pasadena, that's how we do it.
Yeah, when you have a bunch of lefties in the lineup, make that right field wall shorter, right? The 2-2, he hits that one towards center. Leaf a few steps to his right. Camps under it, and will make the catch for out number 1.
Couple of strong pieces of contact there for Dixon, showing some promise for the rest of the game.
Now to bring up Justin Torres. He had an infield single last night.
Yeah, swinging bunt hit.
Torres from UC Irvine. Left-handed hitter. First pitch from Taylor Roja. And therefore a strike 0-1.
Another guy who took the junior college route before that. Went to College of San Mateo. Then found his way to Irvine this last year. 278 average, 5 homers for him there. Got his first hit as a Saint yesterday.
That one's high and outside, 1-1. Yeah, this past year, he hit 278 with 5 home runs and 33 RBIs.
33 RBIs. Solid season.
He's ahead 2-1 in the count.
That's the best part about this Saints roster is you never know who's going to have that night. They got a lot of bats in the starting lineup and off the bench.
Yep, last night it was Cowden's night.
Seen a couple people have that. Burden had a night a couple nights ago. Cowley, of course, 3 for 3 2 games ago, rather.
Torres ahead in the count, 3-1 here. Hits that one towards deep right. Back goes Hernandez. Back to the track at the wall, and it is gone.
Justin Torres.
Justin Torres goes yard.
One of the guys you would least expect to do it right there, but I think he knew it when he hit it. Justin Torres put a charge into a ball and takes it over the right field wall.
The Saints' first hit of the game and first run of the game. The Saints take a 1-0 lead.
And just like that, I told you, you never know who's going to be the guy to get that hit. Don't let Justin Torres fool you batting in the 9-hole. He's the 3rd player this year. He joins Josh Cowden and Peyton Lewis to hit a home run.
He turned on that one to right. As Connor Bradshaw comes in and fouls off. First pitch he sees ahead in the count, 3-1, locked in on a pitch and crushed it. Hernandez went as far back as he could.
Some kid grabbed that foul ball there by Bradshaw.
Bradshaw hits that one out towards left. Velasquez moving over will make the catch for out number 2.
Hopefully he gets a popsicle
Yeah.
by the time we come back next.
I know we were talking earlier. We saw some adults running after foul balls yesterday to get popsicles. That'll bring up the shortstop, Brandon Boning. He flew out to center back in the first inning. First pitch. Taking for a ball.
And these Saints hitters have been working counts very nice today. Swinging at the good ones, watching the bad ones go through.
And that one's turned on to left. Back goes Velasquez. And he misses the ball.
He didn't come up with it.
Boning will head to second. Velasquez took a few too many steps back, then had to come back in and did not come in enough, and the ball drops right in front of him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he dove out there, if he slipped, or just misplayed it, but that's going to get ruled as a double, I think. And Brandon Boning keeps this inning alive, and one of the better Saints hitters this summer, Jag Burton, is going to have a runner in scoring position.
Second consecutive game for Boning with a double. I was with Velasquez. I was a little full. I thought that one was hit a little further than it went, too. But it drops. The Boning will take another extra base hit. Burton first pitch swing and fouls it off.
Yeah, there's definitely an advantage to being the lefty in this park today. Not because of the same reason as Jackie Robinson, but because of the wind. It's definitely been blowing out to right field these last two games. Justin Torres taking advantage of it. Even Boning, as the ball dying, as the righty did too.
That one's in the dirt. Boning's going to take off for third. The throw to dirt. Nice pick over there by Rodriguez.
Heads up base running there by Boning.
Wild pitch gets Boning to third. And now another wild pitch or pass ball could score him. It's 1-1 count to Burton. Wind up and pitch. Chopper foul.
Burton got limited appearances at Berkeley this year. Proving to his college coaches, hopefully, though, that he deserves some more playing time in his sophomore season.
A base hit right here could help with that. Pitch, and he got under it. Rodriguez under it over at third. A step in foul territory, back in fair, but he makes the catch for out number 3. But not before Justin Torres hits a bomb to right field and gets the Saints on the board as they lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Tristan Garnett back out there now with a lead as the Saints lead 1-0 in the bottom of the third thanks to a Justin Torres big fly to right field. His first of the season.
Got to finish up the mid-inning dance-off results over here. Mitch versus Sesser, it sounds like. Keep you posted real quick.
Rich gets the win. I think he deserved it.
Yeah, Rich had some good moves out there. Really showed off the hips.
Yeah, Torrin Diffie sounds in for the power. Their catcher. Garnett now with the lead. Got to continue doing what he's doing, being dominant. That one's in the dirt, 1-1.
Yeah, Garnett earned that third inning of work today. Had a couple of blunders against his defense in the first, but he has settled down and powered them through this game.
That one's chopped off the leg of Diffie, and it'll be 1-2. Torrin Diffie from the Colorado School of Mines, the sophomore. Pitch is right there. Strike three, gets him looking.
And Garnett is just on right now. He is mowing down these Palm Springs power hitters. Retires another one here. We're going to get back to the top of the order here. Let's see how he does through the second time in the order.
The only two base runners, one an error on Dixon at third, the other one a hit, but a play that could have been made by Dixon. There's a strike to Hernandez, 0-1. Hernandez struck out on 3 pitches to open up the bottom half of the first. That one's to short. Brandon Boning dives, not going to get there. An opposite field base hit for Hernandez.
Yeah, it would have been a really nice play over there by Boning. Did dive to show some effort, get the jersey dirty. Just hit where they aren't. Not much you can do about that.
Brandon Boning and Jackson Cobb, two really fun to watch them play the middle infield together. Cobb obviously with the night off today. Possibly see him later in the game.
Very athletic, very fast, very strong, those middle infielders.
Now Garnett will face the tough part of the order, starting with Ryan Rodriguez. He reached via an error.
Yeah, Rodriguez has been a problem for the Saints these 2 games.
That one's to third. Dixon on the backhand. Can't throw it. And he's going to have to pocket it.
It's going to be another error by Devin Dixon at third base. Again, while Ryan Rodriguez is at the plate.
It was a good job by Dixon to get over there on the backhand, field it, and he just got up a little too fast to do the throw. Looking to throw it towards second. Couldn't get it off. That's his second error.
Yeah, I don't know what funk he's in right now, but hopefully he can figure it out. Had a good at-bat over there. Just got to figure it out in the field now.
Garnett bailed him out in the first inning by working out of the jam. He'll try to do that again, as it's McCaskey who singled his last time.
Hard hit ball to Dixon last time up.
McCaskey from California University of Pennsylvania. We talked about that last night.
What an odd name. Still an odd name.
McCaskey can also pitch if he wanted to. That one's out towards right. Burden going back. Still going back. Camps under it and will make the catch. Hernandez will tag from second to third, but more importantly for the Saints, there are now 2 outs. The ball gets in the infield and an errant throw by Burden, and the runner's going to take second.
No one paying attention there for the Saints. Everyone wanting the next guy to get it.
Sloppy play allows Rodriguez to take second.
2 outs here. Hopefully Garnett can bail out the defense again. They're not been doing him too many favors today.
No, that's 2 outs, though, for the Saints. He can focus just on the hitter. It's Justin Mazzone. He got him swinging his last time. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. 0-1.
Yeah, Mazzone out in front of that one. Told you about that changeup earlier. Does like to mix it in, and with how good his fastball's been today, that changeup should be just as deadly.
The 0-1 from Garnett. An off-speed pitch catches the corner, and he's ahead 0-2.
And after that defensive miscue right there, what better way to start off the next batter with an 0-2 count?
Looking to put him away for the second time tonight. Nice job by Willis. Fastball in the dirt, and Willis kept it in front of him. Prevents a run.
Yeah, John Bo Willis been very good defensively for the Saints this year.
I would say we talk a lot about his offense and how he just loves to rake and loves to hit, but he's been very good defensively. as have most of the Saints so far this season. Few errors the last 2 nights. Shows otherwise, but
A little bit different field conditions they're used to. Big wind the last 2 days.
it's 2-2 to Mazzone.
And of course this Palm Springs heat.
And he stays alive. Yeah, Palm Springs Power, a very good team for the Saints to play. They won their first league game this past Thursday against Walnut.
Shut them out.
Yep, 7-0 victory. This is the 5th consecutive day they've played for the Saints. Pitchy struck him out. Garnett works out of the jam again. And 3 strong innings from Tristan Garnett has the Saints leading 1-0 as we're through 3. We head to the 4th inning with the Saints leading 1-0. It'll be a new pitcher for the Power as Eric Teleroja's night will be finished. It'll be Sakimi Sato, the right-hander from Riverside Community College. They'll be taking on the heart of the order for the Saints.
Yeah, first time we're going to see Sato. Only time we'll see him this year. These 2 games in Palm Springs will be the only ones for the Saints, and we head back for Pasadena after last pitch today.
The Saints will get 2 days off. They do have another away game on Tuesday at Orange County Riptide, who has a good team this year. Be another good road challenge for the Saints on Tuesday. First pitch from Sato is fouled back by Bo Willis, almost towards us. The fan tried catching it in front of his wife, but could not make the catch.
Yeah, you gotta dive for those when your wife's in the way, man.
But you know what? Did not move. The beer stayed in the hand.
Yeah, very excellent control there. Not a drop.
The 0-1 to Willis. That's popped out towards right center. Is it going to drop? In comes the right fielder. It'll be caught by Hernandez for out number 1.
And that's going to bring up Jake McMurray, the first baseman here today. McMurray struck out his last at-bat. Fouled off the first 2 pitches. Unfortunately goes down on 3.
McMurray, not a lot of hits this season for the Saints, but hasn't gone on base a few times and has a stolen bag.
Did miss the first couple games as well.
Pitch. He's taking for a strike.
Yeah, you'd love to see McMurray get on base here for Cowden, who's having a good series so far here in Palm Springs. 3 for 4 day yesterday. Just got under one his last at bat. Guess he likes hitting in the hot weather.
Murray heading the count. That one's fouled off of. Be 2-2. Saints have a man throwing in the bullpen. That's Trevor Nisgren.
Yeah, I hope they send Garnett back out. Looks pretty good through 3 innings.
Yep, throwing gas.
Someone say his nickname should be Shell with all the gas he's throwing.
Yep, shout out to Joe. McMurray stays alive with another foul ball.
Saints up 1-0 here. One out in the inning.
Sato looking for his first strikeout. He wheels and deals. Murray bouncer to short. It's going to be a difficult play for Kleiman. Gets on the bounce. Strong throw to first. A nice play there by Kleiman for out number 2.
Able to put the ball in play. Both at bats. This inning, nothing able to reach base with, though.
Not an easy play there by Kleiman. As this dirt to your bat hop. Last time we hit the road at Ventura, we played on turf. That first pitch reading is Cowden. Nice play by the second baseman. Throw over to first. Got him, Johnson. What a play at second by Johnson to rob Cowden of a hit. And 2 defensive gems for the Power. Sends this one to the bottom of the 4th still, with the Saints leading 1-0. New pitcher for the Seco Saints. It'll be Trevor Nisgren from Pepperdine University to take the mound and take over for Tristan Garnett, who in his first appearance looked good. Tommy looked good.
Yeah, Nisgren, 1 inning pitched. Couple of walks in the innings, but no earned runs and a strikeout. See if you can replicate the no runs in that last appearance.
You're looking to do that and looking to follow Garnett's beautiful outing. He'll get the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Power. And Tommy, something I want to ask you is, when you see 2 good defensive plays, that's one of the things that really carries momentum over. We talked about it with the Saints. When they make a good defensive play, they come out the next inning and their bats are awoken. That's something Nisgren's going to have to try to stop right now in this inning.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen it on countless occasions. Or maybe a big throw from the outfield or a nice stab from the infield to end an inning usually can replicate to some momentum on the offensive side. And that's Nisgren's job to limit that damage.
He's falling behind 2-0 to Brian Leaf, the center fielder. He grounded out to end the first inning. The 2-0. Leaf check swing. Did he go? Did he go down to first? He did. Looked like he went. And it counts now 2-1.
First base ump, quick to the point. Smart little fist bump right to him. Very efficient on that called strike. Got to give the umps shout-outs when they need them.
And that one hit him. Fastball got away from Nisgren. Hit Leaf right, and looked like in the elbow forearm area. And the Power get the leadoff man on.
Yeah, Nisgren didn't get too much of an effort to get out of the way of that one, but why would you, I guess? Got the elbow pad on. A lot of the players wear that now, the Evo shields and neoprene. Take one off of there and walk on over to first base for free.
Yep, and just like that, the Power get the leadoff man on. It'll bring up Kleiman. First pitch, he's taken off. Throw to second by Willis. Not going to be in time. It's another stolen bag for the Power, and they're not just stealing; they're stealing early.
Yeah, we've seen it already. The Power like to do that. When you don't look them over and respect them over there at first base, they will run.
Good throw by Willis and a good pick by Torres at second, but it's not in time to get Leaf. Now there's a runner on second. Still nobody out.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see Nisgren adjust now.
Fouled off by Kleiman. Another good turnout here at Palm Springs Stadium. It is Pride Night.
Very nice crowd out here. Got the Misters working.
That one's blooped towards second. Is Torres going to get it? No, it's going to get over his head into right. Burden's going to get it. They're going to stop Leaf at third. And hit by pitch, stolen bag, and a single. Have the Power set up with runners at the corners now with nobody out.
Yeah, Nisgren got to settle down here. Make sure to peek the runner at first base again. Don't want to take away that double play ball. Double play, give up the run isn't such a bad thing in this inning. Limits the damage. Of course, it would be ideal to not give up the run, but
Tying run 90 feet away. It's Mason Velasquez. Takes first pitch ball. And I understand head coach Aaron Milam getting the new pitchers in. Garnett was good, like we said. Merrick Sears, the one we've seen go more than 3 innings in any game this season. And of course, another takeoff. It's grounded to short. Well, nice play by Boney. He's not going to get to second in time, but we'll throw to first and get the one out. But the run scores, and the game is tied.
yeah, and like we said there, stolen base there by the Power. Boning tried to get over there, just couldn't beat him to the bag. Makes a nice throw, though. Does get the out at first.
Say Kleinman and the Power stealing early in the count again. And him stealing prevents a double play ball. Good effort there by Boning. But he does get Velasquez at first. Now one out runner on second. But we're all tied at 1. And I'll bring up Deshaun Johnson. He grounded out to third.
Made the nice play at the top of the inning.
Bottom of the 4th inning. All tied at 1. Justin Torres with a solo shot for the Saints.
It's been the only bit of offense so far.
Here's the pitch. Kleiman started to take off for third, but stopped. Thought better of himself.
Yeah, the Power like to move on the bases. Find themselves doing a lot of hit and run situations, steal situations. it's been a very effective part of their game the last 2 nights, and it helped get them their first run today and a few of their runs yesterday.
Johnson bloops that one out to right. Burden running over. Is he going to get there? No, he's not. It's going to bounce it off his glove. He'll pick it up. Here comes Kleiman. He will score. And it's an RBI double for Johnson. The Power take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and Burden, unfortunately, looks like he doesn't make a good read on that one. It hits off his glove after a bounce. Able to keep it in front of him, but does surrender the double to Johnson. And the Saints are now trailing 2-1.
Still only one out and a runner on second. It'll be Torin. Excuse me, it's going to be a pinch hitter. Pinch hitter for the Power. As Torin Diffie comes out of the game, it would be catcher Jake Biscaluz. Beginning his first plate appearance as he takes a strike.
Jake Biscaluz out of St. Bona College, making his first appearance of the series.
St. Bonaventure, you've heard of that school in the tournament at times.
Yeah, they
March Madness.
often play spoiler, or some people think they will.
That one gets off of Willis's glove. That's going to get to the backstop. And Johnson will take third. And it's falling apart here for the Saints in the 4th inning.
Yeah, the taking out of Tristan Garnett.
And that's the thing. Obviously, you put a lot of pitchers in, and it sometimes can make it difficult for the hitters because they're seeing all these new arms. They're not seeing these pitchers twice, 3 times to the order. But also, when you do that many pitchers, the odds are one of those guys aren't going to have their best stuff tonight.
Yeah, you got to wonder. You got to hope that you have better command.
And that one's off of Willis's glove. That's going to get to the backstop, and that's going to result in a run. Back-to-back pitches go off of Bo Willis's glove. And Johnson scores to give the Power a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, you got to simmer down here if you're the Saints. Don't let the snowball turn into an avalanche.
And the Saints, like we said, have the bats to score. Now there's one out, nobody on.
Base is cleared now. Nisgren, although damage has been done, needs to lock in here, focus up.
But after going up 0-1 on Biscuz, it's now 3-1. Trevor Nisgren from Pepperdine University trying to slow down this inning. But he just walked the number 9 hitter in Biscuz.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to see Coach Josh Schmidt take a walk out here. Talk to his pitcher, see what's going on.
Yeah, I think this is smart from the coach. Talk to Nisgren, who hasn't had his best stuff.
Yeah, Coach Schmidt, usually a soft-spoken guy. Sure, he's just wondering what's going on, making sure that everything's okay.
And you wonder if Biscuz, even though he's the catcher, the Power have not been afraid to run and run early in the counts.
Yeah, they've proved that base running is a big part of their game here in Palm Springs. Always have to keep the pitcher on the toes.
And so far, Willis, a few pass balls.
Well, let's see if Nisgren can settle in now after Coach Joshua Schmidt gives him some words of wisdom. Coach Schmidt, former 15-round pick for the New York Yankees. Never quite made it to the bigs, did spend some time in the minors, got up to the AAA, and played professionally out in Venezuela.
It'll be top of the order for the Power and Josh Hernandez. First pitch from Nisgren. And that's to the backstop. Another wild pitch. And Biscuz won't have to steal. He'll just take second on his own.
Yeah, that's 3 in the inning now here for Nisgren, and maybe Bo Willis can be accredited with 1 or 2 of those, but that one's on him.
For those watching the NBA playoffs, Kevin Durant with a three-pointer with 1 second left. My Wisconsin buddy shaking his head.
You couldn't even wait till after the inning? We couldn't have discussed this after? We've been keeping up. We've been keeping up, but.
That one's up the middle. Boning's going to dive. He's not going to get there. Here comes Bischruz around third. He will score. And it's another run for the Power, a 4-run inning. An RBI single from Josh Hernandez.
And there is some action up in the pen there for the Saints. Can't quite see who it is, but can't imagine Nisgren has much more time after giving up the 4 runs here in the inning. Still only 1 out, too.
And now it's to the heart of the order for the Power. Ryan Rodriguez.
And this is not the guy you want to have at the plate when the wound is open.
Looking for a ground ball to hopefully get out of this, but he's falling behind these guys.
Looks like a little update in that NBA game. His foot was on the line. That was a 2-pointer. This game's tied.
Oh, my. Change it to a 2-point shot. And the game's tied with a second left.
Fellow Milwaukee guy up here in the booth. Gotta love the Bucks. That one was scary. That one was real scary. Getting live updates during this.
And Nisgren fires, and he hits him. He hits Rodriguez, and right now you can tell Nisgren just does not have his stuff today.
Yeah, I think it's time that we see him get the heave-ho out right now.
His second hit by pitch of the inning.
Maybe might see another mound visit here to get the bullpen a couple extra throws, but McCaskey coming up. We know this is a guy who can put a charge into a ball, did so yesterday. Was a part of that inning that broke out for the Power.
Rodriguez, who just got hit by a pitch, reached on an error each of his first 2 at-bats, have been on base all 3 times without a hit. As again, it's a ball 1 from Nisgren. Saints do have an arm warming up in the bullpen. It's the right-hander. Trying to see who it is.
See a 2 in the front over there.
That ball's going to get away. Willis going to throw it down to third. And Dixon can't pick it. It gets away from him. And another wild pitch. It lets the base runners advance once again.
Yeah, this has just not been the same outing Nisgren's had in his last appearance. And you got to wonder how much more Aaron Milam is going to take.
Still only 1 out in the inning. A ground ball or fly ball from McCaskey could get the Power their 5th run. And instead he'll drive in 2. That's to the right center gap. 1 run will score. Here comes Rodriguez. McCaskey on his way to third. He's going to round second. And there's no throw. He's in there with a stand-up 2-run triple.
Yeah, and McCaskey, like you said, does have that power. Hits to the opposite field gaps quite a lot. That's where that 3-base error yesterday came from. Hits one over there in between center and right. And now 6 runs in this inning for the Palm Springs Power. And here comes Coach Aaron Milam.
Aaron Milam will come out for a pitching change as Trevor Nisgren faces 8 hitters, only able to get 1 out. There'll be a pitching change for the Saints here. In the bottom of the 4th, they trail 6-1. So a pitching change for the Saints here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tommy Steyer from Creighton University will come on with still only 1 out, runner on 3rd as the Saints trail 6-1, trying to stop the bleeding in this inning.
Yeah, Steyer's come out of relief once. Also has a start for the Saints. Been pretty effective so far for him. We'll see if he can try to get him out of this inning after the Saints falling apart on the mound after taking out Garnett.
Yeah, Mazzone, the designated hitter, is up. The 9th hitter of the inning for the Power. And Steyer in there throwing strikes. It's 0-2. Brian Leaf, who's on deck, led off the inning with a hit by pitch.
It has been all power in this 4th inning.
And Mazzone pops up. Boney can't find it at short. And it's going to be the left fielder, Sebring. First time we're saying his name out in the field, who comes in and catches a good play, heads up play by him.
Yeah, very nice right there by Sebring. Boning immediately yelling he didn't know where it was, and Sebring, very heads up, able to run from not very deep in left, but on a normal ball, that is Boning's ball. But he bails him out.
Good job by Steyer. Comes in, gets the first guy, not allowing that runner that's 90 feet away to score. Keeps it a 6-1 ball game. But here's Leaf. Swinging hard, but coming up empty, 0-1. His second at-bat in the inning. Leaf arguably one of the best players for the Power. Out in center field every day for him.
Usually bats in that 3 to 5 range. Saw him in the 3 spot yesterday.
Combination of him, Mazzone, and McCaskey. It's what does most of the damage for this Power offense.
Yeah, and all these guys, not only can they hit for some power and pop, but very fast when they're running. McCaskey, a lot of people getting a double on that ball, and he hustled all the way around and got to 270 feet.
Yep, as soon as it was hit, you can see him starting to sprint. He wanted 3 right when he saw that ball head towards the gap, and he got it.
Always on his mind, putting it into the universe.
2-1 from Steyer. And that gets behind the backstop again, and that's going to allow McCaskey to score. And the pitchers with Bo Willis today, way too many wild pitches past balls this inning.
All on this inning. That's the 4th one now. 2 of them have allowed runs to score. Saints out here just need to get out of this 4th inning right now at this point.
Yep, now trail 7-1, a 7-run inning for the Power. And if the Saints want any chance in this game, Steyer fires in a strike, and that's going to be strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. So Steyer gets out of the inning, mercifully gets out of the inning after the Power strike for 7 runs to take a 7-1 lead over the Saints as we head to the 5th inning. After a long bottom half of the fourth inning, the Saints bats will get back to work. Again, Sekemi Sato for his second inning of work from Riverside Community College. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Saints, 7, 8, and 9. Sebring, Dixon, and Torres getting each of their second at-bats of the game. Here's Jonah Sebring. He lined out hard to first base back in the second inning, which feels like an eternity ago after that long.
Yeah, you know, you don't need to get all 6 runs back here in the top of the 5th, but maybe 1 or 2, start chipping away at it so you can be competitive by the 9th. Sebring's going to go down 0-2.
Jonah Sebring pops that one up towards first. We had a difficult play from McCaskey going back. Will he get it? It's going to drop. And Sebring on his way to second will be in there with a leadoff double.
And that was heads-up base running. He knew he wanted to get second right away there. Noticing it was going to be trouble. That's going to be one of the shortest doubles you're going to see of the season, but the speed by Sebring is able to extend it to that.
And look at that. His first at-bat line shot right to the first baseman. That one, a bloop, falls down. It always evens out.
It always does. It's going to be his first hit of the summer, and hopefully many more to come from him. And let's see if the Saints can string some runs together.
It'll bring up Devin Dixon. He flew out to center. Now this is what the Saints want. It's how you answer a 7-run inning is with a leadoff double. See if they can string together a few more hits. Fastball's taken high for ball 1.
Yeah, and these at-bats will count for the stats. Game is not over by any means. Still got 5 sets of at-bats for the Saints. You'd rather those 7-run innings come earlier than later. Now they know what they need to get to.
1-0. Right there for a strike, 1-1.
Saints have been playing behind for a lot of these times during their stretch in Palm Springs. Of course, started the game off down 3-0 after the first.
Sato's pitch, foul tip into the glove, and Dixon's down 1-2.
Dixon's had some trouble in the field today.
Yeah, a lot of balls towards him at third early in this game. Woke him up a little bit. Here's the 1-2. Sebring takes off for third. That one's popped up. He's going to have to go back. Right fielder Hernandez coming in. He's under it. He overran it and makes a difficult catch. Sebring goes back to second base. Hernandez almost overran it. That wind pushing it a little further than we thought. Nearly overran it, but it will be out number 1, and Sebring retreats to second.
No, and we got the window open in the box here, and I don't feel this breeze.
No.
I don't. I don't know where it's coming from, but everyone is a little off to the left and a little in front of many of these balls hitting to the outfield that get to a certain altitude.
Yeah, you can see the flag, the American flag in center field. Sebring takes off for third again. The throw down to third is not going to be in time. Jonah Sebring swipes third. He 1-2. The last pitch, he said, why not go again?
Yeah, running all around the bases here. Showing off his speed.
Justin Torres took ball 1. He homered his last time. A fly ball here will give him his second RBI of the game and the Saints' second run. Thanks to that stolen bag by Sebring. The 1-0. Torres check swings and is smart as it's ball 2.
We'll see if that homer earlier in the game can translate to more success later on. Possibly get him up higher in the lineup in future games. I don't know if Coach Milam expected that out of Torres.
Yeah. Torres showing some pop out of the 9th spot. That one gets to the backstop. And here comes Sebring. He will score, and the Saints get one thanks to a wild pitch of the power. And the Saints, and oh,
they're saying it hit him.
They're saying he hit him, so Sebring's going to have to go back to third. And that's the kind of luck the Saints have been having.
I mean, fires all the way back to the backstop. I'm not sure where it could have hit him.
It didn't look like it hit him from our point of view.
That ball didn't lose much speed.
So he heads to first, and it'll be first and third now. Runs the corners for Bradshaw. Milam to go talk to the home plate umpire.
We don't have much of a view. Can see the whole park very well, but looks like Coach Aaron Milan's going to lose this argument, and Sebring's going to have to go back to third base, and they're going to have runners on the corner now for the top of the order.
Top of the order now, it's Connor Bradshaw. First and third, one out. Still 7-1 lead for the Power. He takes strike one.
Now I feel the breeze.
You
I guess
jinxed
they were
You jinxed it. Papers flying around now.
blowing all over the place.
The 0-1. Bradshaw fouls it off. He's behind the count 0-2.
Bradshaw, another one of the Pepperdine boys. Teammates with Nisgren and with Jack Baird.
Bradshaw. Aceto's looking for the strikeout. Bradshaw looking for something like a fly ball. I can drive in the Saints' second run.
Something in the outfield. Want to touch grass.
Pitch, that is towards the outfield out and left. Velasquez going under it. Sebring will tag. The throw from Velasquez will be cut off. Sebring's at home. It's a sac fly for Connor Bradshaw. And the Saints cut it to 7-2.
That's what you need here. Just chip away. Only one out in the inning now. Got a runner on at first base. Brandon Boning, the shortstop, going to come on up. A guy the Saints trust in these situations to get on base. And once you got 2, 3, 4 coming up, only one out. This inning has some potential for Arroyo Seco.
Actually, 2 outs in the inning. Dixon flew out.
Oh, the fly out right
to
there.
right field, yes.
Yes.
That Hernandez overran almost.
That's on me.
It'll bring up Boning. So 2 outs, runner on first. He doubled his last time up. That's in the dirt. Torres is going to stay at first. This is what you said, the Saints. Obviously got to keep chipping at it. They're down 5 runs now. But to answer with a run of their own is good. Boning chases that one for strike one.
And with Torres getting hit by the pitch, that's something Brandon Boning knows a thing or two, or actually 3 about. 3 times he's been hit this season. It's kind of a lot when you only play 6 games so far.
Yeah, no one likes getting hit. I mean, your on-base percentage goes up, but Boning would rather.
Is it worth it, though?
Himself. It could depend where you get hit. That was and at what moment in the game.
I guess that's why I stopped playing and started broadcasting.
Yeah, tired of getting hit.
I'm a bigger target.
It's 1-2 to Boning. Sando looking to strike him out and retire the side here in the 5th. Pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. 2-2. Boning from Cal State Northridge. Played every game there at shortstop. Hit .237. Had 10 stolen bases. And a foul tip's caught by the catcher. Boning will go down swinging. The Saints get one back. They trail 7-2 going to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Saints Baseball on the Arroyo Seco Saints Radio Network. Tommy Steyer back out there as he finished off the bottom half of the fourth, looking for a clean bottom half of the fifth inning as the Saints trail 7-2.
Yeah, and before we get back into baseball talk, just wanted to say real quick, my hometown Milwaukee Bucks are officially in the Eastern Conference Finals. What a roller coaster of emotions that was.
Absolutely. Thinking it's over, Kevin Durant breaking your heart. And the big dominant Brooklyn Nets go down.
I never lost hope.
No.
Never lost hope.
Honestly, you're more positive than I am with my teams, not going to lie.
Still got one more round to go.
Atlanta, Philly at Game 7 tomorrow.
That's been a great series. A lot of these playoff games have been.
Yeah.
Seen some upsets. Some we've expected to see.
Nothing like playoff basketball, playoff hockey. This is the best time of the year.
And, of course, playoff baseball.
Yep.
Later on.
In October.
Well, in Summer League, it's
Summer
August.
League, beginning of August. Hopefully the Saints will be playing in
College World Series right now as well, too.
Yeah, NC State continues their little run. Casey Kleiman leading off. Showed bunted it foul. Takes that one. He singled his last time up. Almost everyone singled the last time up.
Yeah, if you came up in the fourth inning, it was much success for the Palm Springs Power.
Yep. Everybody in the lineup did. In fact, Brian Leaf did twice. Pitch from Steyer. That's towards right center. That's going to get down. It's going to be another leadoff hit for Kleiman. He's thinking too. He rounds first. He's going to stop at first as Burden does a good job getting it in. And it's another leadoff man on for the Power.
And Power not necessarily getting always the sweet spot of the bat on the ball, but they're just finding grass. And when they're getting hits, they're getting them in bunches. It's going to bring up Mason Velasquez, the left fielder. Double play ball is in effect. You see the infielders, the middle infield, close to the bag, playing double play defense.
See if Kleiman takes off on this first pitch here. He does not. Kleiman took off last time Velasquez was up, and it prevented a double play ball. So Velasquez hit it right to Boning at short. It's ball one. They've been running on Bo Willis all day. I would not be shocked to see Kleiman go. Not a huge lead at first, but he does go. There's a pitch outside. Willis throw down. And a great effort on the tag by Boning, but it's not going to be in time. It's another stolen bag for the Power.
The Palm Springs Power just steal bases at an unconventional rate. Seems like everyone who gets on base is immediately thinking we're going to second after these first few pitches in the next at-bat.
And some of these Saints pitchers, we have not seen them really throw over to first at all today. Maybe that's something they got to do a little more of, keep them on their toes. As Kleiman now dancing on second. He's not afraid to take third. Maybe he does it with nobody out, but
not respecting the runners at all on the Saints end.
And he's behind 3-0 to Velasquez. Swinging. Comes up empty.
I think he got a piece of it. Heard something on it. Tommy Steyer, hometown of where the College World Series is, Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Former University of Nebraska Omaha player.
The chopper to short, Boning, playing it perfectly. Fires the first for out number one.
Now pitches his days at Creighton University. Says last year was his most memorable season. Got his first ever college baseball start on TV. That's always got to be pretty cool for the guys.
Absolutely, something kids dream about growing up, want to be on TV.
Yeah, if you get to the Division I level, you see yourself there a good amount. Definitely available.
Deshaun Johnson now batting.
You know, and since Deshaun Johnson's nice stab in the top of the 4th inning, it's been all Palm Springs power.
And he doubled last inning, then got to 3rd and home on a pass ball and wild pitch. One out runner on 3rd. Steyer trying to strand that runner on 3rd. And he's not going to do it. It's a base hit right up the middle for Deshaun Johnson. An RBI single for him.
Since taking out Tristan Garnett, after only 3 innings of scoreless work, these next 2 pitchers, Tommy Steyer and Trevor Nisgren, have struggled. Long innings, giving up a lot of hits, wild pitches. And now looking at the runner again, and let's see if he does what we all know they like to do, and that's run the bases for the power.
First pitch strike from Steyer to Bishkaus. Steyer looking for a double play ball. There's a throw over to first. He gets back in time.
Got to do that every once in a while.
Yeah.
They've shown even with a 6-run lead, they're not afraid to run the bases. They don't take that unwritten rule into effect.
Another throw over. That one's close, and he gets just back. Steyer with his hands. He gets back in time. As Johnson was dancing over there. He's got a pretty big lead over at first. I think he might take off here. Maybe a pitch out. He does not take off.
Shows some speed in his previous at-bats. Has stolen bases in the series as well.
As we play the bottom of inning number 5. 8-2 power lead. Stay with us in the 6th inning, the bottom of the 6th inning. Another throw over. He's back in time. Dominic Dorado expected to join the booth.
That should be a fun inning.
Yep. Dom's a good guy. And there goes the runner. Johnson takes off. Willis, it's off his glove. He slides at second. Johnson could have taken 3rd. Had he known they got to the backstop. But it's another stolen bag for the power.
And another wild pitch for the Saints. That is now 5 of them in this game. Something that Coach Josh Schmidt and manager Aaron Milam, I'm sure will want to correct after this 5-game stretch of games.
Yep.
Go back to the drawing board and get ready for Tuesday and fix that issue.
Pitch is taken for a strike. Bishkaris thought that was ball 4. It was not. Yep, the Saints will head to Orange County to take on the Riptide on Tuesday. Riptide got a good team this year.
You working that one?
I am working on that. I'll be on the call. That'll be a fun one for me. Riptide have some players from UNLV.
Oh, okay.
That one's fouled off. Counts full.
Running Rebels.
Yeah. Had a good baseball year this year. And some of those players on the Riptide who we'll see on Tuesday. We'll see the Riptide a lot this season. The CCL will be our 2nd league game for the Saints.
First division game.
Yep.
Of course, Walnut Creek in the North Division, while Saints remain in the South. So now it'll be time to take on their South opponents.
That's ball 4 to Bish. His 2nd walk.
We're going to get to the top of the order now here for Palm Springs Power. They got Josh Hernandez coming up with a couple of ducks on the pond. One runner in scoring position, the other at first.
Still only 1 out. Hernandez with an RBI single his last time up. And the runner's going to take off. Willis is going to throw down to 2nd. And the throw's into center field.
And just anything that could go bad for the Saints is. As
And then the
run's
runner goes
gonna
to
get
third.
past.
The throw from center gets to the dugout. He'll stop at third. And it's just a mess for the Saints right now. Johnson scores, while Bishgeis took second and ran to third.
It's not something you like to see as a Saints fan. Just this sloppy baseball all around right now.
Yep, it's been very sloppy.
Even when they had him caught.
And first pitch now to Hernandez out to center. It's going to be caught by Bradshaw. Runner's going to attack from third. And he will score to make it a 10-2 lead for the Power. And this game completely changed right from the bottom of the fourth, once Garnett got removed from the game.
Yeah, and I understand with the first start of the year, got to take him out a little early, just make sure he's got it working. We'll see if his next start, if he continues that success, they let him go a little longer. Would have been interesting to see. Garnett was on his way to being player of the game.
Now Steyer with 2 outs, nobody on the base pass, can focus just on the hitter and throws strike 1 to Ryan Rodriguez. Swung on a miss, 0-2.
Big swing there by Rodriguez. Every time he gets in the box, he's trying to do something like that. Steyer trying to help the Saints out a little bit, at least.
That one's fouled off. Still on 2. Saints do have another arm. We're up in the bullpen.
As soon as we can read that number, we will report it to you.
And there's strike 3 from Steyer. He strikes out Rodriguez looking for out number 3. But the Power strike for 3 more and take a 10-2 lead going in to inning number 6. 10-2, the Power lead. As we head to the 6th inning, a new pitcher for the Palm Springs Power. It's going to be Matt Swilly on the mound to face the Saints. The Saints will be sending their 3, 4, and 5 guys to the plate, starting with Jack Burden. Burden walked in the 1st inning and then popped out to 3rd for the final out in the 3rd inning. See if the Saints can claw back down 8. Down to the final 12 outs. First pitch swinging, chopper down the first base line, foul. 0-1.
Yeah, and just when something started going wrong for the Saints, something else found its way to get in the way of success.
Oh, 1 swinging again, and Burden's behind the count. 0-2 now to Swilly. Like we said, it was going to be a big test coming out here for the Saints against the Power. 2 really good teams going at it. Power, you said in 2019, 29-0 in league play. Insane. Numbers you don't hear much. 2 fastball high.
And 43-2 on the season. Very dominant program here in Palm Springs, California.
And it's what makes you think last night losing 4-3 in a game like that, which they pitched so well. As Burden goes down swinging, it's a strikeout for Swilly for out number 1. When you play a game so well and you have those errors in the 1st inning that cost the runs, makes you just grind your teeth knowing you could have got that win.
Yeah, you really wish you had one like that. When this one today is presented in front of you and is been quite ugly since the 4th.
It'll be a pinch hitter now. It's going to be Hayden Seldumridge to bat for Bo Willis. Seldumridge fouls that off. 0-1.
Seldumridge got a couple of at-bats yesterday. Was subbed in for Peyton Lewis. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, though. Looking to find some success. Getting his first at-bat a little ways into the game.
Yeah. Another lefty hitter in the lineup for the Saints. They got a lot of them. Saints opened the scoring in the 3rd inning. A solo shot from Justin Torres gave him a 1-0 lead. But the Power went for 7 runs in the 4th inning, followed by 3 in the 5th as they lead 10-2 in the top half of the 6th inning. That's inside on Sunday, but Swilly here is throwing hard.
Yeah, definitely a step up in the speed category than Sato. Seldumridge trying to adjust to it. Part of that 3-headed monster the Saints have at catcher between Seldumridge, Lindsley, and Willis, all of which batted over 300 in college.
They also have Peyton Lewis that can play back there when needed. We saw him start there last night. Three and 1 now to Seldumridge with 1 out, nobody on.
Lewis getting the day off today.
That one's in there for strike. The home plate umpire made the signal of strike 3. And Seldumridge had to tell him, like, that's strike 2.
Yeah, it looks like
3-2.
Blue was a little excited to make that call. He was thinking about it before he was even
I was like, wait a minute.
ready to give it.
Seldumridge looking at him all confused. But that's strike 3 now. The ump can do that. Selderman swings and misses. Good job by Swilly to come back and get him 2 strikeouts for the first 2 outs in the 6th.
Yeah, you can't overhype the strike 3 call after you make the strike 2 call like that.
Nope. Tanner Lindsay will pinch hit for McMurray at first. See if Lindsay stays in the game at first, or if it's just for the plate appearance. We are in the infamous 6th inning where Milan likes to make these changes.
Always does this to us. Has us scrambling to see where these guys are going to play on the field. Still early in the year, no league play yet. These games don't carry the most meaning. So why not experiment with some tactics like that?
It's 1-1 to Lindsley. Remember to stay here in the bottom half of the inning. Dominic Dorado will be joining us. 1-1. And the dirt 2-1.
And Lindsley trying to break out a little bit here. 0 for 2 as well yesterday in a substitution situation. Struck out as well.
Swings and misses there. 2-2. Now Swilly is a strike away of striking out the side. See if he goes back to the fastball. And it's swing and a miss. Swilly does strike out the side. As Lindsay goes down swinging. 1, 2, 3, go the Saints in the 6th. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning with a score 10-2 in favor of the Power. Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium as we get to set to start the bottom of the 6th inning. A new pitcher for the Saints will be righty John Chompko from the University of Texas San Antonio, as we are with a special guest, pitcher Dominic Dorado, joining us. Dom, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
So Dom, we appreciate you joining us. Now you're from New York. We talk about it. We have a lot of players from California, a lot of local kids going to Binghamton from New York. How was the process? How did you become a Saint? How was the travel getting over here? How was that like?
Well, I first told my coach that I wanted to get out somewhere a little warmer, a little different vibe from the East Coast. So I just told him I wanted to get to a league that I could come out and compete in. And thankfully the Saints had a spot, and then yeah, they just did the rest.
So is that how the process of Summer League baseball kind of goes? You talk to your college coach first, and then they hook you up with someone they know that's running a summer program?
Yeah, I mean, some guys, I got a little more leeway with the whole COVID year. We had a little more time to set up this whole process. But, I mean, I was set to come out here in 20-year COVID year, so had everything already lined up. So by the time of the season ended, I was all ready to come out, and, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Chomko's going to get this inning started off pretty soon here.
He'll get the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the power. McCaskey, Mazzone, and Leaf, the big three.
Dorado took the mound yesterday. Did give up a run, but pitched very well. Gave up a sac fly, respectable. Previous 2 appearances, no earned runs. And I just want to ask you real quick, Dom, how much of your success at the beginning of the year do you accredit to me by always telling you how that if you're going to hang these pitches, even I could hit them out, so you better throw them in the right spot?
Yeah, well, a lot of it just goes with just picturing you in the box. I mean, I definitely would never let you get a hit off of me, so just picturing you in the box there every time certainly helps the ERA go down.
Okay, that works. Hey, keep doing it. It's working for us.
First pitch from Chonko is a ball. Dom, you at college and even here, you come out of the bullpen a lot, and I always wondered with relievers, because you're sitting there, obviously you warm up, but you're sitting in there for innings and innings. How do you always remind yourself to stay ready? So, you go into games sometimes not knowing if you'll be used that game or the next day. How do you try to keep yourself ready and prepared in case you go in at any moment?
Yeah, just a lot of proactive stretching, kind of reading the inning, reading the situation. That's a big part of it. Mentally, too, just got to always stay in the game. Can never drift away. Always got to stay focused and locked in, and when your name's called, you're always ready.
And what role do you expect, kind of? I know we're really early in the season. We've seen you come in some late inning relief appearances. Has Coach Aaron Milam talked to you about how he wants to use you this year, or are you just getting the reps that he throws at you kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of getting whatever comes my way. I mean, it's just about coming out here and getting innings and just getting more reps, so I can go back to Binghamton with a little more, innings under my belt.
Absolutely.
It's 2-2 on McCaskey. Kind of a follow-up question on mine, because, as relievers, obviously you come in some of the most high-leverage situations. That's a grounder down third base line, foul. Is there a difference when you come in to start an inning, or say you come in with runners on, nobody out, 2 outs? Is there a different mentally that you try to prepare yourself, or do you just try to come in and stay as calm as possible?
I would say it's about the same. I mean, the energy is always going to be there. Anytime you come in to close a game, I mean, it's a big role, and definitely took some getting used to. But, yeah, I mean, just if you're staying locked in the whole time, then by the time you get out there, you're ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see even when you're in here, you got a baseball in your hand, practicing on some grips. What can we expect to see in your pitch arsenal this season? What have you been working on? What do you like to go to?
My two-seam fastball has been going for me, working pretty well lately. Curveball, changeup, and then going to throw in a couple sliders in there. That's what I'm really working on this summer.
Trying to develop the game, develop the pitch arsenal.
Yep.
Can only help if you get more of them in there.
Absolutely.
Chomko strikes out McCaskey for out number 1. He'll bring up the DH Mazzone. Dorado, one of only 4 lefties on the pitching staff for the Saints. First pitch taken high for a ball.
Dom, now, this is your first season with the Saints, and you've been here now for, a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, just about?
Yep.
How are you adjusting and how are you adapting to the Saints culture as opposed to your college season's culture? Mm-hmm. And kind of explain maybe the difference between that. You know these guys over at college for 3 years or so now, and you come in 2 weeks and you got to adapt to a whole new group of guys. Yeah. And I'm sure they're a lot different than some of your teammates, a lot of West Coast guys as opposed to the East Coast feel. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you approach summer ball as opposed to how you approach college ball in the culture standpoint?
Yeah, honestly, I would probably say it's almost a little easier with coming out here with college league because it's really just about everyone coming out here. It's not really as competitive for spots and innings. So every guy's just out here, same goal, just trying to get innings, just trying to get better, work on whatever they need to get worked on, and yeah, just kind of fine-tuning everything. So it's a real good culture, you know. Guys just come in here looking to have fun, and we just all clicked instantly, I would say, from the very first game, I would say.
Yeah, and because that leads me to my next question of we're Tommy and I were talking yesterday how important it is off the field to gel as a team and have good team chemistry out the field. And it's been about 2 weeks now since we started playing games. Has the chemistry been there for the team?
Absolutely, absolutely. Everyone's picking each other up. I mean, everyone's just all instantly friends. I mean, these are guys you're going to be talking to for years on end, not just a summer thing for sure.
Yeah, plenty of ways to stay in touch. Grabbing some Snapchats, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Even yours, Tommy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
How was it not being able to play last summer with the COVID and having the break? How I mean, obviously that impacts everyone, but how did it impact you specifically?
It was definitely took a while to adjust. I mean, being from New York too, it's definitely a little more strict as far as the COVID protocols. I mean, the gyms weren't open. I really couldn't get into a facility. So, you know, it was definitely a tough adjustment, but it just took some figuring out, honestly.
So did you develop your game a lot more on your own in your backyard, in your basement or something?
Yeah,
What?
just me and my friend catching me, you know, getting my work in, going to the field. No team activity, so, yep, just a lot of one-on-one training.
Chomko comes in with 2 strikeouts. This one grounded to third. It's going to pop up. Not on Dixon. Looks like a substitution. New third baseman for the Saints.
So Sebring moved in
Sebring
from left
moved
field.
in to third. And it's another error for the Saints as Leaf will reach first with 2 outs.
All right, Dom, this is the question we've all been waiting for out here. You, big guy on the mound. Seems like you always are in the gym. You were talking about how you couldn't find anything, so you made your own way out. I want to know.
I know this is going.
How much you bench? How much you bench, Tom?
You had to ask the bench.
On a max day, on your best day, you can tell me right now, but I need your PR and bench.
See, I'm not even gonna lie to you right now. I'm firm at 225. That's not a very bragging number, but I know being a pitcher, it's not really important lift. I would say it's mostly all about the legs, you know.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's all right. I might have you beat on that one then.
Yeah, maybe, but
Just
yeah,
letting you know.
You had to ask the bench.
Runner takes off. It's going to be another stolen base that's in and out of the glove of Soldenridge. My final question for you, Dom. I like to ask this to everyone I talk to playing in college and stuff. Is there like a player, he could be in the league now or in the past, that you try to model your game after, that you looked up to and want to be like?
Yeah, so my idol, obviously being from New York, growing up watching the Yankees, was always Derek Jeter, and you know, he was just my idol. Just the way he carried himself about the game. I mean, never one to just talk. You know, just let his actions, let his performance on the field do the talking. You know, like if you got it, that's all you need.
Yeah, you know, we joke around all the time, but you know it's all in good fun, and we're just trying to get through to each other, and you play along, and you let your game do the talking. So I think you're doing a pretty good job resembling that, if that's what you're going for.
Appreciate that.
Dom, do you ever want to hit? Does it ever bother you that you can't go in the batter's box and try to hit?
Absolutely, it does. You know, being a pitcher only is definitely tough sometimes. You miss going out there and taking a couple hacks, you know.
Did you make that transition in high school or in college to a PO?
I would say I started the transition in high school. High school coach wasn't too fond about position or pitchers hitting. But yeah, definitely a tough transition for me.
Do you think if you bugged Coach Milam enough, he'd let you maybe get 1 plate appearance this season?
Absolutely not. 'Cause I think he'd have to keep me in if he did that.
More than one after coming
yeah,
back.
Oh, yeah.
We saw Torres homer on just his 4th appearance today. Maybe Dom's coming to beat that one.
Yeah, I might take a couple spots.
yeah.
You know, I wouldn't want to do that to my fellow Saints.
Chomko looking for the final out of the 6th inning against Casey Kleiman. Runner on second with 2 outs. And swing and a miss. 4 strike 3. Chomko strikes out the side. And Dom, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dominic.
Appreciate
It's
it.
been a pleasure,
Always a good
guys.
time.
Absolutely.
As we'll head to the 7th inning with the Saints trailing 10-2. Top of the 7th inning, a new pitcher for the Power will be Dom Mota from Cal State San Bernardino. One of 4 players from Cal State San Bernardino for the Palm Springs Power.
Different Dom on the mound.
Yep. And for the Power, only 2 lefty throwers for them. This is one of them. And he'll get Cowden, the designated hitter for the Saints, who's batted twice, and we said he is aggressive in the count. He's batted twice, has seen 2 pitches.
Yeah, the Milkman, he definitely likes to hit the ball. Likes to hit the ball far, likes to hit the ball hard.
It's a lefty-lefty matchup. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. Fastball misses. Thank you for Dom Dorado for joining us. That was a good time.
Always a good time with Dom. Guy I met, moved in the same day. If most people don't know, I live on the same apartment complex as the players' housing this year as a commuter student, intern. And met Dom on day 1 and instantly vibed with the guy. And true story, telling him I will hit his slider. And I promise you, if he hangs it, it's going 440 to left.
I trust you.
Haven't swung a bat since probably 8th grade, but
Although Dom's looked good so far this season, so
I know. But he's going to listen to this back, and I need him to know that I'm that confident against him.
yeah, we're going to test this out. And that's ball 4. Dom Mota comes in and is a little wild. Cadden will take the free base, and the Saints got their leadoff man on here in the 7th inning. And I'll bring Joe to Sebring, who switched to third base.
Bloop double in his last at bat. Saw a ball that was caught in the Bermuda Triangle of second, right, and first. Capitalized and was running to 2 all day. Double here probably would score Cowden.
Shows bunt, gets it down the third base line. Third baseman's going to let it go, and he's a smart play as it goes just foul. Good effort there by Sebring, going for the bunt for the hit. But he'll have to do it again behind in the count.
Yeah, and that was a very nice play over there by Rodriguez to let that bunt go foul. Looked to be a really good one by Sebring. It was heading straight down the line. He was definitely going to beat it out. But Rodriguez wisely chooses to let it make its way into out of play.
Jack Grace is on deck. And there's a ball. Looks like he'll hit for Dixon, who's out of the game. Grace moved to left field, which pushed Sebring to third. First pitch is outside for a ball. Moda having trouble throwing strikes here. Top half of the seventh, 10-2 to the score.
Yeah, just some sloppy play by the Saints. Couple of errors. 5 wild pitches. It's translated to not so good baseball for the Saints today.
No, a lot of it's been them killing themselves, which happened last night in the first inning.
Still early in the season, got to work out all those kinks. A lot of these guys, we always bring it up, but the season after.
Oh, strike 3 called on Sebring on a pitch that looked way outside.
Got a little help from the catcher in the framing there.
Sebring will go down for the first out of the inning, bringing up Jack Grace.
And Grace worked his way into the starting lineup yesterday after 2 days ago earning his first hit of the summer on a pinch hit appearance. Got another one yesterday. 1 for 2 and a strikeout. Was then replaced by Tanner Lindsley.
I know you like this guy a lot. Grace, been really good.
Yeah, a guy who's got very limited appearances, but big, strong guy at the plate, a righty hand. He seems to always put very good contact on the ball whenever he steps in there. And I really want to see him get some more playing time, get a couple of starting reps, and play the outfield.
Like you said, seems, regardless of the result, always seems to put together a pretty good at-bat.
Currently in the transfer portal right now, was teammates with former pitch we saw earlier today, Tommy Steyer at Creighton. We'll see where he ends up in the fall.
Two strikes on Grace from Moda. Leadoff walk, then a strikeout. Looks like Jackson Cobb has grabbed a bat, is on deck. Runner takes off, high throw. Throw down to second, it's gonna be in time. They nail Cowden on a great throw from catcher Bishows.
Yeah, it looked like Cowden just didn't get a great jump off there. Had a decent lead at first base. Moda able to fire a ball in there, and great throw from behind the plate.
So now there's 2 outs, with Moda still facing Grace. We're talking about the College World Series in Omaha. Vanderbilt came back and beat Arizona by a score of 7-6. Seeing that those two go in a series would be really fun to watch. The best lineup in college baseball at Arizona, and then you get the likes of Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they've been just the 2 biggest names in college baseball this season, and they happen to play on the same team. Vanderbilt, always been a perennial powerhouse in baseball. The SEC in general, very dominant.
Yeah, a lot of pro ball players. As Grace takes strike 3. And Moda, besides the leadoff walk, gets out of it with 2 strikeouts as Cowden's caught stealing. With 7th inning stretch time here at Palm Springs Stadium, with the Power leading the Saints by a score of 10-2. New pitcher for the Saints. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Tommy Hannon from UC Berkeley. 6'1" right-hander will come on and get the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Power.
Hey, don't sell the man short. Also, an MIT grad.
Wow. Smart dude.
Yeah, computer science as well.
Yep.
So no joke of a major. He's found his way over to graduate school at Cal Berkeley. Pretty impressive resume for Hannon. And we haven't even started talking about baseball.
Yep. John Chanko came in when we were talking to Dominic Dorado and struck out the side. Great inning by him. He's been fantastic this season. As the first pitch from Hannon is in and out of the glove of Seldom Ridge. It's ball 1.
Yeah, Chomko has been a very useful pitcher this year for the Saints. The righty out of UTSA. Unfortunately, in a situation where his stats might get lost in this game, dominated by the offensive stats on the other end, and the pitching won't be celebrated, but his inning of work did look good.
He's got Mason Velasquez, the left fielder for the Power. Hannon trying to find the zone. Mason Velasquez from Norfolk State. There's a strike from Hannon. As it's still hot out here in Palm Springs.
Definitely
I'm still sweating.
gets a little, these misters, they do help for a little bit, but it does make the air a little humid out here. As Hannon's going to pick up the strikeout, called looking.
Velasquez goes down looking on the fastball on the inside part of the plate, and it's out number 1. 4 straight outs. The last 4 outs for the Saints have been all via the strikeout.
Tommy Hannon, a lot of appearances at MIT, 33 of them, posting a 4.20 ERA. Guy with a lot of college experience, MIT at the Division III level, but will pitch for Cal Berkeley this upcoming season.
A pinch hitter for the Power, as it's Spencer Weston from Western Oregon. We'll be batting for Deshaun Johnson, who had a good game for himself.
Spencer Weston goes to Western Oregon.
Yes.
I wonder if that played a role in his recruiting.
Yeah. Can't go to no Eastern school, right?
No, definitely not.
Fastball buzzing from Hannon, but that's high.
West Coast guy, too.
Yep.
Everything about him.
I said a lot of West Coast guys on the teams out here.
Yeah, you don't see too many from the Midwest, my neck of the woods, or the East Coast. Get a few guys coming up from the South, Southwest area. A lot of Texas.
Yep.
Arizona.
But we ain't got no Floridas or any of those.
Nothing.
I said New York. Obviously, Dom's
a New Yorker. I think he's about the farthest guy away.
Yeah.
I don't think many more people getting out farther than him. Almost made the drive over here. And he chose to fly instead.
Smart. It's a long drive.
Hannon's going to settle in here now.
And
Get another strikeout.
catches Weston looking. Back-to-back strikeouts, both looking for Hannon. He looks good. And there's 2 outs here in the 7th.
Yeah, you wish this pitching was earlier in the ball game and not when trailing by so many runs and few at-bats left. Saints are going to have to get something going in the 8th should they want to make it interesting and not have to go off for an offensive barrage in the 9th.
First pitch strike from Hannon. And when you look at a game like this, down 10-2, obviously Saints still have a chance. But even if they fall in this, you have to try to look at the positives. And I'm really impressed with Tristan Garnett coming out in his first 3 innings. Performed very well.
Tristan Garnett, first appearance this summer, did look really well for the Saints out there. And John Chomko had a pretty good inning of pitching, and Tommy Hannon seems to be settling in very well. It's just a couple of innings that got away from him today. Some people just...
How about Tommy Hannon? Coming in, striking out the side. The last 6 outs retired for the Saints, all via the strikeout. And we'll head to the 8th inning. Saints still trailing 10-2. Jackson Cobb comes into the game for Justin Torres, and he'll lead things off in the top half of the 8th for the Saints. 8 runs in 2 innings. You think the Saints can do it?
Hey, if any team I know that I've broadcasted for, Ken, it's the Arroyo Seco Saints. And Jackson Cobb, that's a pretty solid at-bat to lead you off in the 8th inning. Guy that's been struggling as of late has struggled with the strikeout bug, but he's just really hungry out there. And freak athlete at second base. Guy who's bat leadoff for him. He's batted in the 9-hole to act as that second leadoff guy. Got a lot of speed, quick hands.
And that pitch, he didn't like that one, and I'm with him on that. I looked outside.
Looked a little low,
I was
too.
maybe even a little low.
I think Cobb will try to channel that anger at one of these next pitches.
And he comes up empty. Another strikeout for Cobb. He'll go down swinging. And Mota gets the first guy in the 8th, 1 away.
Yeah, now we're back up to the top of the order here. Connor Bradshaw. See if he can spark a rally. Saints down by 8 here with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning.
Nearly gets hit by Mota with the first pitch, ball 1.
Yeah, and with that misters going off, the air is now becoming a little more humid, a little more sticky, and wet in general, and you wonder if it's harder to grip the ball now. Seen a couple guys get hit today.
Surprising it wasn't Brandon Boning. That one up and in as well, 2-0.
The human baseball magnet, that's his nickname.
Power looking to win their 5th straight game to start the season. Trying to beat their 43-2 record in 2019. Bradshaw back towards us. But it'll be over us. Low-key, the last 2 nights, hoping we can get a foul ball towards us.
Oh, if something gets in my way, I'm making the grab. I know for sure that.
And if I did it, I'm leaving the broadcast and go give myself a popsicle.
That's what we want. That's what we've been waiting for. If you don't know here, Palm Springs Power, every foul ball a kid collects, they can grab a popsicle from their side concessions.
Bradshaw drills that one to center, and a nice sliding catch there by Leaf. Oh, did he drop it? Looks like he dropped it. Excuse me.
Fell out of the glove on the slide there. It looked like he was going to make the play. Fortunately, ball pops out. He looked good doing it at least. Fooled you.
Yep, and Bradshaw will get a 1-out single.
And that's going to bring up the guy we were just talking about, the human baseball magnet, Brandon Boning.
Some baseball news. Walker Buehler, the Dodgers, is a no-hitter through 7 innings against the Diamondbacks, who, my gosh, they've been a mess.
They've been struggling to win on the road.
Struggling to win at all, but
Just in
especially
general.
breaking records on the road.
A lot of no-hitters this year in baseball. You saw that the sticky substance rule is kind of been taken over and been the lead story.
Yep.
Brought up by Trevor Bauer and his attention to it, saying how pitchers are cheating that's less noticeable but more effective than the steroid era.
Yep. As MLB continues to look at more information on that.
But you know, there's another side to that story, and you want the pitchers to perform the best, and you want them to have the best grip on the ball, and they keep making these new balls where they can't get a grip on them correctly, and they're risking injury, risking hit by pitches, and there needs to be some middle ground, maybe some sort of machine that sprays down the balls, gets a little bit stickier so that people can grip the ball.
Tyler Glasnow, the pitcher on the Tampa Bay Rays, just got injured and might need Tommy John, and he's not to say blaming, but explaining how that all this mess, as he takes off, Boning fouls it off, and Bradshaw had to go back. How all the controversy with this and them stopping stuff has contributed to his injury.
Well, and the bottom line here is the MLB, if they want to make a change to these rules, making a change in the middle of the season is going to be difficult.
Yep. It's
It's an issue that you would like to address either before or after a season and make sure everyone's on the same page going into the year. This has been a rule that's been a part of the MLB, obviously, but just hasn't been enforced very well. And now, with the surplus of no-hitters we've seen this year and the dominance by
Boning liner to short. Nice catch by Kleinman.
as I was saying, as Kleiman interrupts me so rudely with a great play over there at shortstop. But you see the dominance in some pitchers this year, and you understand that home runs are up and hits are down and
Strikeouts up.
strikeouts are up and games are moving slower than ever because of it. They got to find something to meet in the middle with both guys, both parties.
And like you said, the time to do that is before or after a season, not right in the middle, causing these players possibly some injuries or to change what they're doing in between starts.
Yeah, and it's all about the muscle memory and the repetitions, especially in baseball and at the pitcher position. Nonetheless, you could break down the mechanics to it. So when you're forced to switch your mechanics up, you risk injury and worse play.
Yeah, Burns did not like that call. He takes strike two. He's a strike away of striking out for the second time tonight. As Moda trying to get through the eighth. The 0-2. Swung on and miss. Burden goes down swinging. Moda strikes out two more in this inning. As we'll head to the bottom of the eighth. With the Saints trailing 10-2, you're listening to Saints Baseball on the Arroyo Seco Saints Radio Network. New pitcher for the Saints as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Tommy, one of our favorites to watch, Daniel Richardson, the right-hander from San Diego State.
Richardson, just an absolute flamethrower on the mound. Fastball topping out right around the mid to high 90s. Sitting around 96, 97. And he's a lot of fun to watch, and it's a lot of trouble for hitters at the plate.
He'll get the top of the order as he throws ball 1 to Hernandez and ball 2. Like I said, a lot of these flamethrowers, it's just important for them to throw strikes because some of them can be a little bit wild. You see that in the major leagues. You see it everywhere. The guys that throw hard maybe have trouble locating. For Richardson, it's what he's going to have to do. He'll get a lot of strikeouts, but so far he's missed with his first 3 pitches.
Yeah, and Richardson is one of those guys that if he could figure out that control would just be an absolutely valuable weapon to any team, especially in these CCL games and California Summer Baseball.
But 4 straight balls to Hernandez puts him on with a leadoff walk.
Never like to allow the leadoff 4-pitch walk. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Ryan Rodriguez is going to be up.
Richardson at 6'4", 210 from the Mountain West San Diego State Aztecs. Pitched on opening day at a 1-2-3 inning.
All of Richardson's outs he's recorded this year have been via the strikeout.
As he's thrown 5 straight balls, this one getting away from the catcher Sodomridge, and the runner will get to second. There's another one for you.
And Richardson seems to call his catcher up to the mound, Seldomridge. He wants to settle down something. 5 straight balls to begin the appearance. See if he can lock it in after this meeting. Just needs to throw a strike at this point. I would probably guess Rodriguez is going to take this pitch. After 5 straight balls, might as well make him throw a strike right here. As they're all back now. And we look to continue play with the count 1-0 on Ryan Rodriguez.
Rodriguez most likely taking until he gets a strike from Richardson with a runner on second. And he misses with that one. 6 straight balls.
Seldomridge trying to help him out, frame a couple of pitches here. Home plate umpire not taking anything of it.
It's 2-0. Wind up and pitch. Gets away from Seldomridge again. And Hernandez will take third.
Yeah, and these wild pitches are just inexcusable at this point. I don't know if it's from a pitcher's standpoint or if the catchers are a little hot and slow in the Palm Springs weather, but that's now 7 of them this evening?
Yeah.
7 wild pitches. It's just way too many, and 2 of them resulting in runs.
The 3-0. Grounder to second. And the throw by Cobb to first. Don't really understand why Hernandez did not go home there as the infield was playing back.
I think it's more of a courtesy right there.
Rodriguez running back like, where's my RBI? Nonetheless, it's a ground out for out number 1.
Saints are going to need a get through these next 2 Palm Spring power hitters, and McCaskey has had a day. 2 RBI triple earlier in the game. As Richardson throws another one in the dirt.
He scored via wild pitch after the triple.
It's been the story of the day. There's always something when it's you and me up here, it seems like. Whether it's full counts, wild pitches.
It's always, there's something that's the theme of the day.
It's a theme, for sure.
And there's another ball. 2-0, he's behind McCaskey.
Yeah, and these location issues continue for Daniel Richardson. A little bit unconventional for us. Has given up a couple of walks this season, but not to the extent of where he can't throw a strike.
Thrown 10 pitches, 9 of them for balls. And McCaskey just chased the ball. As he chased it, it'll be strike 1.
Well, and that one he took a little bit off. Threw the off speed there. Was in a little bit better location, able to fool McCaskey. He's way out in front of it, and now at least got a strike on your belt.
And another one in the dirt. It's another one swung at by McCaskey. Looked like back-to-back sliders chased to even the count at 2 apiece.
And this was a big pitch right here for Daniel Richardson. I think you got to go back to old reliable, the old number 1 fastball here. I know it's been hard to locate, but it's his best pitch when it's on. And he's had the guy out in front on a couple of breaking balls. And he's got a third one right there.
Yep, gets McCaskey looking at strike 3. McCaskey swung at 2 out of the zone, then takes 1 in the zone. Richardson's first strikeout and out number 2. And Spencer Dickinson will pinch hit for Mazzone.
Another ball in the dirt for Richardson.
Ball 1. Spencer Dickinson pinch hitting for the DH Justin Mazzone.
Out of the University of San Francisco.
Richardson trying to find the zone. 1 more out to go. Check swing, ball gets away. They're going to say hit the bat. They're going to say foul ball. As Dickinson touched it.
Well, thankfully on that one, I thought we were going to have another wild pitch.
Update, Walker Buehler lost his no-hitter.
Announcer's jinx.
Diamondbacks get the hit. Although Dodgers are winning 9-0 as Arizona's about to lose their 39th game in 44 games.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right with a 9-0 victory if they should finish out like that.
That one's up the middle. Broken bat. Dickinson shatters his back, but it's a base up the middle for an RBI single. Power make it 11-2. It'll bring up Brian Leaf.
Now up to bat, number 21, Brian Leaf.
Saints do have an arm roaming up in the bullpen.
Looks like
Is that Fino?
Fino Amador.
Yeah, warming up, although Saints only 1 more out here in the 8th, then they'll hit in the 9th.
Hopefully they need to use him.
Yeah. You never know. Seen crazier things in baseball. One 1-0 to Leaf. And nearly hits him. It's 2-0. Leaf. Hit by pitch and reach via an air as he's 0 for 3 on the day. Swings and misses ahead in the count 2-1.
Saints will have the next 2 days off. Get ready to go back on the road on Tuesday versus the Orange County Riptide.
3-1 to Leaf.
And looks like they need it after dropping these, or it looks to be dropping these 2 here out in Palm Springs.
Yep, dropping the record 4-2, trying to get back in the win column.
Definitely a different environment than they're used to. The extreme heats and the unpredictable weather.
Long bus ride overnight, a lot of different things. Not their
I mean, it's so hot over here. We got employees fighting for the air conditioner in the press box over here.
Yes. Having to take turns.
Yeah, there's shifts to it. We'll have a sign-up sheet next time we come down here next year, I guess.
As Richardson gets ready to deal to Leaf. Wind up. Dickinson takes off. He pops it up. It's going to be out of play. For the Saints in the 9th, it'll be Seldom-Ridge, Lindsley, and Cowden.
And I think a dog got that foul ball. What a play out there.
Looks like it.
What a good boy. Bringing the dog to the game. Saw the foul ball and pounced on it over there.
Maybe he'll get a popsicle.
Oh, he should have got one regardless.
Yeah, that's a good point. Another foul ball. Back into the streets. The one thing about these away games, I don't have to worry about my car getting hit.
Fair
Foul
enough.
ball.
The transportation, very nice.
Got to be careful where you park.
Balls will be flying out.
Richardson deals. Dickinson takes off again. He strikes him out. There's that fastball blown right by Leaf. We'll head to the 9th. The Saints down to the last 3 outs. They trail 11-2. Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium as we play the top of the 9th. Miles Rothfarb. And to close it out, not a save situation for the Power as they lead 11-2. Jarrett Thompson, Tommy Wirtz in the booth with you as the Power looking to sweep the Saints in this quick 2-game series.
Yeah, Hayden Seldom-Ridge will lead off the 9th for us here. Would be even more than a Christmas miracle if we see a comeback here at 11-2.
This is something where you kind of go individually, pad your stats, and it can give your team momentum if you score a little bit late in the game. It can give you a little confidence, a little momentum going into the next one.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta respect the at-bats, even in garbage time and whenever, as Seldom-Ridge is going to go down there, make quick work out of him. There's one down here in the 9th for the Saints, and that's going to bring up the big guy behind the plate, Tanner Lindsley. He's actually playing first base, but listed on the roster as a catcher right now and subbed in earlier in the day for it. Saw him catch a little bit yesterday. He's made a lot of appearances. Coach Aaron Milam doesn't like to send his catchers 9 innings, especially in the 118-degree days in Palm Springs.
Yep. And you get hot back there. We saw Peyton Lewis start at catcher yesterday. Did not play today. As he takes that one.
1-1 count now here.
Lindsley, you mentioned his brother being drafted in the 4th round.
Nationals.
Washington Nationals. That one's in there for a strike. Lindsley struck out in his one at-bat that he came in. As Rothfarb will look to strike him out here in the 9th. That's way outside. If you're Aaron Milam, Tommy, what do you try to tell your team after a game like this? Obviously not a great one, but bus ride home, get home, kind of put this behind you. What do you do if you're the head coach? How do you talk to your team?
Well, first things first, I think on the bus ride home, as Lindsey's going to strike out. Bus ride home, you let him be loose, you let him be free. I mean, it is summer ball after all. It's not a league game either. It's a game that just happened to get away from him, as Josh Cowden's going to come up, who's had a pretty good weekend here in Palm Springs. 3 for 4 yesterday, of course. Struggled a little bit today. Got an on base, though. Was thrown out trying to steal earlier. But anyway, if you're going on to the bus, you want to try to ease it up a little bit. You want to tell them that you know this team is good. You know this team that you're playing is a well-respected college summer team. Great program, as we mentioned. 29-0 in conference play there last season. This is a game that you find short-term memory, you forget slowly about. You're never going to see these guys again. And you're just hoping that this doesn't translate into more games. We saw way too many errors on plays today that the Saints usually make. A little bit different lineup today. No Drew Cowley.
And Cowden just got ejected at the plate. The umpire just ejected Josh Cowden.
With 2 outs
With
here
2 outs
in the ninth.
11-2 game in the 9th. I know Cowden earlier in the count looked and said something to the umpire. He's looking at him.
And Coach Milam's going to come out there and defend his guy right here. Telling him, I'm sure right now it's
Like
9:53 over here in
11-2 game. What did he possibly say that he couldn't finish the at-bat?
They're going to make him switch a guy out right now, and I think Milam's going to give him a piece of it right now. He's probably going to wait until he gets kicked out of the game, because this is just a little absurd here. I don't know what.
Now, again, we don't know what was said.
What you got to do. I can't imagine Josh being too aggressive.
He's a quiet guy.
Utah's Batman, I like to call him. Milam's still out there giving it to him. Got the other umpire coming down to greet him.
Like you said, there's 2 outs in the 9th, the 11-2 game. So no one could hear anything. All of a sudden, they just see the umpire get up and do the signal of tossing him. Milam out there.
I think he's saying something along the lines of, you're going to waste my time by changing a guy out. I'm going to waste your time and stay here a little longer.
Yeah.
Keeps looking down at the watch right now.
Yeah, the umpire trying to get him.
And some choice words we
I was
can't
literally
say
about to say that.
over the air right there.
We can hear from here as Cooper Elliott will grab a bat and finish the at-bat.
What's the count here?
Count is 1-1, I believe.
1-1 count. Cooper Elliott's going to step up with.
Again, there's no scoreboard.
No scoreboard here. We're doing this all ourselves. I got caught up in the moment a little bit over there. Forgot to count.
Elliott sees the ball. There's a strike. It'll be 2-2. The 2-2. In the dirt. And Elliott will see the count full. Jonas Sebring on deck. As the Power look for the final out. Here's the pitch from Rothfarb. In the dirt. And, excuse me, I guess the count was 0-1 when we started the at-bat because now it's 3-2.
Got it. Milam got us all jacked up. We were all ready to get down there for him.
Yeah.
Josh Cowden, another good guy on this team. You got to wonder what he said.
There's ball 4.
Cooper Elliott's going to draw the walk in the at-bat here. It's going to bring up Sebring. Saints still trailing 11-2 here in the 9th inning with 2 outs now. It's not looking too good, but as you said earlier, these at-bats still count for your stats. These are the pride at-bats right now, and for a lot of these guys, stats are the most important part of this summer. They want to prove that they can continue their careers and continue their baseball playing at the collegiate level.
Exactly, and you got to think about it. A lot of their coaches, they're not going to sit here and watch every one of these games. A lot of it's going to be looking at the stats. They're going to want to see the stat sheet.
Yeah, you're going to want to hear from Coach Milam and how he's seeing them play this summer.
Sebring took a hack and a half right there, but was behind it. It's 1-1.
And you love to see Coach Milam, even though he's only known these guys for just about 2 weeks, he's still out there fighting for them. Letting them know he's got their back in these situations.
Oh, yeah, nothing better from a coach than, regardless of the situation, you got to back your players. You got to show that you're there for them. I'm sure the teammates of Cowden are on the same page. And look at Elliott backing him up with a walk, coming and finishing the at-bat.
Letting this game prolong even a little more, making the umpire think about what he did.
But Sebring swings and misses for out number 3 and the final out of the game. As the Palm Springs Power win the 5th straight game to start their season to go 5-0. They beat the Arroyo Seco Saints in back-to-back nights. For the Saints, they dropped 2 in a row, fall to 4-2. Tommy, what do you got to see for them to bounce back on Tuesday?
Well, Saints got a couple days off here. They're going to take great advantage of them. We're going to hustle on over to the bus, get back over to Pasadena tonight, let the guys sleep in their own bed today. Going to regroup, get a day off today, maybe recoup a little bit on Monday, get back in the gym, work some things out, and get ready for the mindset because they got divisional league play coming up next on Tuesday against the Orange County Riptide. Jared will be on that call. I will not. There will be another broadcaster in with him, but make sure you guys tune in at 6:05 Pacific Standard Time.
Yep, the Seco Saints head to Orange County, take on the Riptide on Tuesday. For Jarrett Thompson and Tommy Wirtz in the booth, you're listening to Saints Baseball on the Arroyo Seco Saints Radio Network.
Thank you, Jarrett. Good night, Mom.